Decisions, decisions, decisions. You and I know full well that we are living in interesting times where there are so many decisions that are needing to be made in our own lives and in the lives of people around us. And I just want to spend a little bit of time over the next few sessions talking about this word, wisdom. Proverbs 9 and verse 10 tells us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And what I find really interesting about those few phrases is of course, the word fear in the Bible often in this context isn't to do with being afraid, but it's to do with standing in awe. Paul says in the book of Philippians that we should work out our salvation with fear and trembling, which really means with awe and responsibility. So when we think about wisdom, I find it interesting that the writer here puts that the beginning of wisdom comes from having awe in the Lord. And I think that's really the encouragement for us as we begin to look into this topic, that wisdom starts with God. In fact, everything starts with God. That's why God calls himself the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And whilst we can talk about some practical ways in which we can get wisdom from others and from life experiences, it has to start with God. The fear of the Lord, the awe of God, the recognition of who he is the beginning of wisdom. Because God is a wise God. God is a just God. God is a God that gives good gifts to his children. So when we start to think about our lives and we think about the choices that we have to make and the decisions that we have to make in complex situations, and there are so many things going on and around our lives where the answers aren't straightforward. They're not simple. They're not easy. We need wisdom. We need discernment. And we get that from God. One of my favourite Psalms, and you've heard me speak on this so many times before, is Psalm 1, where the imagery there is that someone that is a blessed person, someone that is a fruitful person, is someone that plants themselves by streams of living water. And so the simple encouragement today is this, is as we live in that stream of living water, as we live with God flowing into our lives daily, he gives us that wisdom daily that we need. And that's the encouragement that I want to finish with today, is that it's a daily wisdom that we can get from God. Wisdom for yesterday might not be the wisdom that we need for today. Experience from before might not be the experience that we need from today. And so we can always get fresh revelation from God as we live in that stream of his blessing. God bless you.